Hey Libra, welcome back to this reading. I am so genuinely excited to sit down with you today and explore what is coming up in your love life because I have been shuffling these cards for a while now, and the energy that is coming through is so specific and so layered that I know this reading is going to resonate with exactly where you are right now in your romantic journey. Before we dive deep into these cards, I just want to say that this reading is incredibly personalized for you, Libra. I have been working with your energy specifically, and what is showing up in these cards is not some generic love reading. This is your story, your path, your romantic timeline unfolding through the wisdom of these cards. So grab a cup of tea or coffee, get comfortable, and let me walk you through what the universe wants you to know about your love life right now. The energy I am picking up for Libra in love is really fascinating because you are someone who naturally understands partnership. You value harmony and beauty in relationships. But what is coming through in these cards is that your next chapter in love is going to require you to step into a slightly different version of yourself. Not changing who you are fundamentally, but evolving into someone who understands that real love is not just about balance and aesthetics. It is about depth, authenticity, and sometimes embracing the messy, beautiful complexity of genuine connection. So let me start pulling these cards for you, and I'm going to go through each one with the level of detail and insight that you deserve, because this is your love story we are talking about here. The first card I pulled for you, Libra, is the Three of Pentacles, and I have to tell you, when this card showed up in the foundation of your love reading, I immediately understood something really important about where you are heading romantically. The Three of Pentacles is all about collaboration, building something meaningful with another person, and the effort that goes into creating something that lasts. In the context of your love life, this card is telling me that your romantic future is not going to be one of those instant spark whirlwind romance situations. What is coming for you is something much more substantial than that. This card suggests that you are going to meet someone, or you are already connected to someone, where the relationship is going to be built on mutual respect, shared goals, and genuine partnership. Think about the imagery of the Three of Pentacles, where you have the craftsmen working with the architects to build something beautiful and lasting. That is the energy of your love connection. You and this person are going to be building a relationship together, consciously and intentionally. What I love about this card, for you, Libra, is that it honors your natural desire for partnership while also challenging you to think about love as something you actively create rather than something that just happens to you. You are being called to approach your romantic life with the same dedication and skill that you would bring to any important project in your life. This person who is coming in or who is already in your orbit is someone who matches your level of commitment to building something real. The Three of Pentacles also suggests that there might be some kind of collaborative element to how you meet this person or how your relationship develops. Perhaps you will connect through work, through a shared creative project, or through some situation where you are both contributing your unique skills and perspectives. There is this beautiful energy of two people coming together, not just because of attraction or chemistry, but because they recognize in each other a true partner, in every sense of the word. I am also getting that this relationship is going to challenge you to be more grounded and practical in love than you might naturally be inclined. You Libras can sometimes get caught up in the romantic ideal, the fantasy of what a relationship should look like. But the Three of Pentacles is asking you to roll up your sleeves and do the actual work of building a relationship day by day. This is not about grand gestures and dramatic moments. This is about showing up consistently, communicating clearly, and working through challenges, together as a team. The second card that came through for you is the Seven of Swords. And I am going to be really honest with you about what I am seeing here, because this card can feel a bit uncomfortable, but it is showing up for a really important reason. The Seven of Swords traditionally speaks to deception, strategy, and sometimes people not being entirely straightforward. In your love reading, this card is coming up as a warning, but also as a revelation about patterns that might need to be addressed. What I am picking up with the Seven of Swords is that there might be a situation in your romantic past or even in your current situation where someone has not been completely honest, either with you or you have not been completely honest with yourself about what you really want or need in a relationship. This card can indicate someone who has been playing games, keeping secrets, or not showing up authentically in the connection. But here is what is really important for you to understand, Libra. This card is not showing up to scare you or to make you paranoid about future relationships. The Seven of Swords is appearing in your reading to bring awareness to any patterns of avoidance. dishonesty, or self-deception that might have been present in your romantic history. Sometimes, as Libras, you can be so concerned with keeping the peace and maintaining harmony that you might overlook red flags or ignore your intuition when something does not feel quite right. You might talk yourself out of your own gut feelings because you want to give someone the benefit of the doubt or because you are trying to see the best in people. This card is asking you to be more discerning moving forward. It is asking you to trust your instincts when something feels off and to be willing to ask the difficult questions rather than smoothing over concerns for the sake of keeping things pleasant. The Seven of Swords is also suggesting that as you move into this new chapter of love that the Three of Pentacles was talking about, you need to be clear about your boundaries and your expectations from the very beginning. There is also an element here about being honest with yourself about what you truly want versus what you think you should want in a relationship. Sometimes you might find yourself pursuing relationships or staying in situations because they look good on paper or because they fit some external idea of what your love life should look like. The Seven of Swords is challenging you to get real with yourself about your authentic desires and needs in partnership. What I find really interesting is that this card is also about strategy and cleverness. In a more positive interpretation, this could be showing you that you are learning to be more strategic and thoughtful about how you approach relationships. You are not just going to fall into patterns anymore. You are going to be conscious and intentional about the choices you make in love. The third card I drew for you is the Ace of Pentacles, and this is where things start to get really exciting for your love life, Libra. After the warning and awareness that came through with the Seven of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles is showing me that there is a brand new beginning coming for you in love. And this beginning is going to be rooted in something real, tangible, and genuinely valuable. The Ace of Pentacles is one of the most positive cards you can get in a love reading because it represents the seed of something new that has real potential to grow into something substantial and lasting. This is not a fleeting romance or a situation that is going to fizzle out after a few weeks. What is coming into your life is the beginning of a connection that has genuine relationship potential, something that could develop into a committed, stable, and fulfilling partnership. What I love about this card for you is the earthy, grounded energy it brings. The Pentacles suit is all about the material world, the tangible reality, the things you can actually touch and build and create. In love, this translates to a relationship that is not just based on feelings and attraction, although those elements will definitely be there, but a relationship that is also built on shared values, practical compatibility, and the ability to create a real life together. The Ace of Pentacles suggests that this new beginning in love might come with some kind of tangible offer or opportunity. This could be someone expressing clear interest in you, someone asking you out on a proper date, or a situation where the potential for a real relationship is being put on the table in a very direct way. There is no ambiguity with the Ace of Pentacles. When this energy comes into your life, you will know that this is something real and worth investing in. I am also getting that this new beginning might have some connection to your material world. Perhaps you meet someone through your work, through a financial situation, or through some circumstance related to your physical environment or daily routine. The universe might be bringing this person into your life through very practical, everyday channels rather than through some dramatic or unexpected encounter. For those of you Libras who have been feeling discouraged about love or who have been wondering if you are ever going to find something real and lasting, the Ace of Pentacles is a beautiful confirmation that yes, this is coming for you. The key is to be open to recognizing it when it shows up and to be willing to invest your time, energy, and emotional resources into nurturing this new beginning. The Ace of Pentacles also speaks to your self-worth and what you believe you deserve in love. This card is asking you to recognize your own value and to refuse to settle for anything less than a relationship that truly honors who you are and what you bring to the table. You deserve someone who sees your worth and who is willing to invest in building something real with you. The fourth card in your reading is the Hierophant, and this card is really significant for your love journey, Libra, because it speaks to tradition, commitment, and the potential for a relationship that has a more serious or formal quality to it. When the Hierophant shows up in a love reading, it often indicates that the relationship you are moving toward is not going to be casual or undefined. This is pointing toward something that has the potential to become official, committed, and possibly even move toward marriage or a deeply committed partnership. The Hierophant represents traditional values and conventional approaches to relationships. Now, I know that might sound a bit boring to some people, but for you, Libra, this actually aligns beautifully with your desire for partnership and your appreciation for the structure and security that comes with a committed relationship. This card is suggesting that the person who is coming into your life or who is already present values commitment and is looking for something traditional and stable in love. What is interesting about the Hierophant in your reading is that it can also represent learning about love through experience and wisdom. This might indicate that you or your person has learned from past relationships and is now ready to approach love with more maturity and understanding. There is a sense of coming into a relationship with open eyes, with realistic expectations, and with a genuine readiness to commit and build something lasting. The Hierophant can also indicate that your relationship might have some kind of blessing or approval from family, community, or social circles. This is a relationship that fits well within your life, that your friends and family embrace, and that feels right not just privately, but also publicly. For some of you, this might even indicate meeting someone through family connections, through your community, or through more traditional social channels. I am also picking up that the Hierophant is asking you to think about what you truly value in a partnership and what kind of commitment you are ready for. This card challenges you to be clear about your intentions and to communicate openly about what you want from a relationship. If you are looking for something serious and committed, the Hierophant is encouraging you to own that desire and to seek out someone who shares that same intention. There is also a spiritual or philosophical element to the Hierophant that suggests you and your person might share similar values, beliefs, or life philosophies. This creates a strong foundation for the relationship because you are aligned not just on a surface level, but on a deeper level of what matters to you in life and what you believe about love, partnership, and commitment. Moving into the fifth card, I pulled the Ten of Wands for you, and I want to unpack this one carefully because it is bringing up something really important about where you might be right now in your journey toward love. The Ten of Wands traditionally shows someone carrying a heavy burden, feeling overwhelmed, and struggling under the weight of too many responsibilities or challenges. In the context of your love reading, this card is highlighting that you might be carrying some emotional baggage or burdens that are making it difficult for you to fully open up to the love that is trying to come into your life. What I am sensing with the Ten of Wands is that you might be holding onto pain from past relationships, disappointments, or heartbreaks that are weighing you down more than you realize. You Libras have a tendency to put on a brave face and to keep things looking balanced and composed on the outside, even when you are struggling internally. The Ten of Wands is suggesting that you might be carrying more emotional weight than you are acknowledging, and this burden is creating obstacles to you experiencing the full joy and openness that should accompany new love. This card is also speaking to the idea of trying to control too many aspects of your love life or putting too much pressure on yourself to make everything perfect. You might be overextending yourself, trying to manage every detail, or feeling like you have to work incredibly hard to make love happen, rather than allowing it to unfold more naturally. The Ten of Wands is asking you to consider where you might need to let go, to put down some of these burdens, and to allow yourself to be more vulnerable and open. I'm also getting that there might be practical responsibilities, or life circumstances that are taking up so much of your energy that you do not have much left to give to romantic pursuits. Perhaps you are dealing with work stress, family obligations, or other life challenges that are consuming your time and attention. The Ten of Wands is acknowledging that yes, you have a lot on your plate, but it is also gently suggesting that you might need to make some space in your life if you truly want to invite in the love that the Ace of Pentacles promised is coming. The message here is not that you are doing anything wrong. The Ten of Wands is simply highlighting that carrying these burdens is making your journey more difficult than it needs to be. This card is encouraging you to seek support, to share your struggles with trusted friends or a therapist, and to work on releasing the weight of the past so that you can step more freely into your romantic future. There is also an element here about learning to set better boundaries and learning to say no to things that drain your energy so that you have more to give to the things and people that truly matter. The Ten of Wands is teaching you that you cannot pour from an empty cup, and if you want to show up fully for love, you need to take care of yourself first and create some breathing room in your life. The sixth card that appeared as the Two of Cups, and now we are getting to the really beautiful heart of your love story, Libra. The Two of Cups is the love card in the tarot deck. This is the card of genuine romantic connection, mutual attraction, emotional compatibility, and the kind of partnership where two people come together in harmony and balance. After seeing the challenges and burdens represented by the Ten of Wands, the Two of Cups is showing me that yes, despite whatever struggles or obstacles you might be dealing with right now, a beautiful, balanced, and deeply fulfilling romantic connection is absolutely in your future. The Two of Cups represents that magical moment when two people recognize each other as true partners. There is mutual respect, mutual attraction, and a sense of equality and balance in the relationship. Neither person is more invested than the other. Neither person is doing all the giving or all the taking. This is a relationship where both people show up fully, where both people are emotionally available, and where both people are genuinely interested in creating something beautiful together. What I love about the Two of Cups appearing in your reading is that it confirms that all of the groundwork that the earlier cards were talking about, the building and collaborating energy of the Three of Pentacles, the new beginning of the Ace of Pentacles, the commitment potential of the Hierophant, all of that is leading toward a genuine, heartfelt romantic connection. This is not just about finding someone who checks boxes on a list. This is about finding someone who your heart recognizes as a true match. The Two of Cups also speaks to emotional intimacy and the ability to be vulnerable with another person. This is a card that says you are going to find someone with whom you can share your true self. Someone who sees you completely and loves you, not despite your imperfections, but because of the whole package of who you are. There is a deep emotional safety and trust that comes with the Two of Cups energy. I am also getting that this connection might feel surprisingly easy and natural compared to other relationships you have experienced. The Two of Cups often indicates a relationship where things just flow, where you do not have to force anything or work so hard to make it fit. There is a natural harmony and compatibility that makes being together feel comfortable and right. For some of you Libras, the Two of Cups might be indicating a reconciliation or a deepening of a connection with someone who is already in your life. If you have been in a relationship that has been struggling or distant, this card suggests that you might be entering a phase where you and your person are able to reconnect on a deeper level and rediscover the love and harmony that brought you together in the first place. The Two of Cups is also reminding you of your own capacity for love and partnership. You Libras are ruled by Venus, the planet of love, and you have such a beautiful natural ability to create harmony and connection in relationships. This card is affirming that gift and letting you know that your capacity for love is going to be met and matched by someone equally capable of giving and receiving love. The seventh card I drew is the Page of Swords, and this card is bringing in some interesting energy to your love story. The Page of Swords is all about curiosity, communication, new ideas, and mental stimulation. In the context of your romantic future, this card is suggesting that intellectual connection and communication are going to be really important elements of your love story. What I am picking up with the Page of Swords is that you are going to find someone who stimulates you mentally, someone you can have long conversations with, someone who challenges your thinking and introduces you to new perspectives and ideas. For you, Libra, who values mental connection and enjoys deep discussions and exchanging ideas, this is going to be a really satisfying aspect of your romantic relationship. The Page of Swords also suggests that there might be a lot of communication happening in the early stages of this connection. You might find yourself texting constantly, talking for hours, or engaging in long conversations that reveal more and more layers of who you both are. There is a curiosity and eagerness to learn about each other that the Page of Swords brings to the relationship. I am also getting that this card might be pointing to someone who is younger, either in age or in spirit, or someone who has a youthful, playful approach to life. This person might bring a sense of freshness and excitement into your life, someone who keeps things interesting and who is not afraid to explore new experiences with you. The Page of Swords can also indicate that you might need to be a bit cautious about communication in this relationship. Pages are still learning, and the sword suit can sometimes indicate sharpness or cutting words. This might suggest that you and your person need to be mindful about how you communicate, especially during disagreements or when discussing sensitive topics. There is a learning curve here in terms of finding the right balance in how you talk to each other. What is interesting about the Page of Swords in your reading is that it suggests that this relationship is going to help you grow and evolve mentally and intellectually. You are going to learn new things about yourself, about life, and about love through this connection. This person is going to challenge you in positive ways and push you to think differently about various aspects of your life. The Page of Swords is also encouraging you to stay curious and open-minded as you navigate your romantic journey. Do not assume you already know everything about love or relationships. Be willing to learn, to be surprised, and to have your expectations challenged. This attitude of curiosity and openness is going to serve you really well in creating the kind of dynamic, engaging relationship that will keep both you and your person interested and invested over the long term. The 8th card that came through is the Two of Wands, and this card is bringing forward energy about planning, vision, and looking toward the future in your romantic life. The Two of Wands is all about standing at a crossroads, having options, and making decisions about which direction you want to go. In your love reading, this card is suggesting that you are going to reach a point where you need to make some conscious decisions about your romantic future and what you truly want to create. What I am sensing with the Two of Wands is that you might be in a position where you have choices or options in love. Maybe there are multiple people who are interested in you, or maybe you are at a point where you need to decide between different paths you could take in your romantic life. The Two of Wands is asking you to get clear on your vision for what you want your love life to look like, and to make choices that align with that vision rather than just going with whatever happens or whatever feels easiest in the moment. This card also speaks to partnership and collaboration in terms of planning a shared future. Once you have connected with this person that all the previous cards have been pointing toward, the Two of Wands suggests that you are going to reach a stage where you start having conversations about the future, where you start making plans together, and where you begin to see your individual paths merging into a shared journey. I am also getting that the Two of Wands is encouraging you to think bigger and bolder about what you want in love. Do not just settle for the first relationship that comes along or accept whatever someone else offers you. You have the power to create the kind of relationship you truly desire, but that requires you to be clear about what that looks like and to be willing to hold out for something that matches your vision rather than compromising on things that are truly important to you. The Two of Wands can also indicate long-distance elements or situations where you and your person might be in different places physically, either at the beginning of your connection or at some point in your relationship. This does not mean the relationship cannot work, but it does mean you will need to be intentional about planning time together and maintaining connection across distance. What I find really interesting about the Two of Wands in your reading is the theme of personal power and agency. This card is reminding you that you are not a passive participant in your love story. You have choices, you have power, and you have the ability to shape your romantic future through the decisions you make. The Two of Wands is asking you to step into that power and to be an active creator of your love life rather than just waiting for love to happen to you. The 9th card I pulled for you is the Five of Pentacles, and I want to address this one with sensitivity because it can bring up some vulnerable feelings. The Five of Pentacles traditionally represents hardship, feeling left out in the cold, struggling financially or emotionally, and sometimes feeling like you are lacking something important. In the context of your love reading, this card is speaking to feelings of loneliness, rejection, or fear around not being enough in relationships. What I am picking up with the Five of Pentacles is that you might have experienced periods where you felt rejected in love, where you questioned your worthiness of being loved, or where you struggled with feeling like you were on the outside looking in while everyone else seemed to have the relationships and love lives that you wanted for yourself. These experiences have left an imprint on you. And even as you move toward the beautiful love connection that the other cards have promised, there might be some healing that needs to happen around these old wounds. The Five of Pentacles is also speaking to scarcity mindset in love. You might sometimes operate from a place of fear that there is not enough love to go around, that you have missed your chance, or that the kind of relationship you want is not available to you. This card is coming up to bring awareness to this pattern of thinking, because it is one of the things that might be blocking you from fully receiving the love that is trying to come into your life. What is important to understand about the Five of Pentacles in your reading is that even though it represents hardship and struggle, it also contains within it the seeds of faith and perseverance. The traditional imagery shows two people struggling in the cold snow, passing by a church with lighted windows. The message is that help and warmth are available, but sometimes we do not see it because we are so focused on our struggle. This is asking you to look around and recognize the support, love, and opportunities that might actually be present even when you are feeling discouraged. The Five of Pentacles is encouraging you to reach out for support when you are feeling low about your love life. Talk to friends, consider therapy or counseling if past relationship pain is still affecting you, and do not isolate yourself in your struggles. There are people who care about you and want to help, but you have to be willing to let them in and to accept support. I am also getting that the Five of Pentacles might be speaking to practical or material concerns that are affecting your confidence in relationships. Maybe you are worried about your financial situation, your living circumstances, or other practical matters that make you feel like you are not ready for or worthy of a relationship. This card is gently reminding you that your worth in love is not determined by your circumstances. You are valuable and lovable exactly as you are right now, and the right person will see that. The 10th and final card in your reading, Libra, is the Magician, and I could not ask for a more powerful card to close out this reading for you. The Magician is all about manifestation, personal power, having all the tools and resources you need at your disposal, and consciously creating your reality. After everything else that has come up in this reading, the Magician is arriving as a powerful confirmation that you have everything you need within you to create the love life you desire. The Magician represents mastery, skill, and the ability to take the raw materials of your life and transform them into something magical. In your love reading, this card is telling you that you are stepping into a phase where you truly understand your own power in creating your romantic reality. You are not just hoping and wishing for love to find you. You are actively becoming the kind of person who attracts and maintains the kind of relationship you truly want. What I love about the Magician appearing as your final card is that it brings together all the elements of the previous cards. The communication and mental energy of the Page of Swords, the emotional connection of the Two of Cups, the new beginning of the Ace of Pentacles, the commitment of the Hierophant. All of these elements are available to you, and the Magician is showing you how to consciously work with them to manifest your ideal love story. The Magician is also speaking to the law of attraction and the power of your thoughts, beliefs, and energy in creating your reality. What you believe about love, what you believe about yourself, and what you believe is possible for you romantically is going to shape what actually shows up in your life. The Magician is asking you to examine your beliefs about love and to consciously choose empowering beliefs that support you in attracting and maintaining a healthy, fulfilling relationship. I am also getting that the Magician is confirming your readiness for the love that is coming. You have done the work, you have learned the lessons, and you now have the wisdom and self-awareness to recognize real love when it appears and to nurture it into something lasting and beautiful. This card is a green light from the universe saying that you are ready, the time is right, and the love you desire is available to you now. The Magician is encouraging you to take inspired action in your love life. This does not mean forcing anything or trying to control outcomes, but it does mean being intentional about putting yourself in situations where you could meet someone, being open and approachable, and saying yes to opportunities that come your way. The universe can only meet you halfway. You have to do your part by showing up and being available for the magic to happen. So Libra, looking at all 10 of these cards together, your love story is unfolding as a journey of building something real and lasting through conscious effort and partnership. You are moving from a place where there might have been some deception or lack of clarity toward a new beginning that is rooted in genuine value and real potential. There is a beautiful, committed relationship waiting for you. But first, you need to release some of the burdens you have been carrying and work on healing any wounds or limiting beliefs from the past. The love that is coming for you is characterized by emotional harmony, intellectual stimulation, and mutual respect. You and this person are going to plan a future together, make conscious choices about your relationship, and build something that has real substance and staying power. Yes, there might be some struggles or moments of doubt along the way, but ultimately you have all the power and resources you need to manifest the love life you truly desire. I want you to remember that you are not just waiting for love to happen to you. You are actively creating your romantic reality through your thoughts, your choices, your energy, and your willingness to show up as your most authentic self. The cards are showing me that everything is aligning for you in love, and as you release what no longer serves you and step into your power, you are going to experience a depth of connection and partnership that fulfills you on every level. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today and allowing me to read your love story through these cards. I really hope this gave you clarity, insight, and maybe even some excitement about what is coming for you romantically. If this reading resonated with you, I would love to know which card stood out to you the most, or if anything particularly clicked with your current situation.